What is going on, everybody? It is Dylan with Astrodfs bringing you our Minnesota home series Call of Duty Friday lineup. Um, so it's been a little while since we had a Call of Duty event. 2 weeks, I believe it is now. Um, Maybe even three. I think it might be three. I don't know. It's been a while. That's all I know. Um, and This is going to be a good one. The reason why is because you have the three best teams in the game at the event, and that just sets it up for a great Sunday. It really does. If any teams sneak through and knock off one of these top three teams, really says something. So, interested to see what's going to happen. The Friday matchups, though, a little one-sided for the most part, I'm going to say, but still should be some good games. So the first game on Friday is probably one that has the most interest for me, and that is Gorillas versus Toronto. The reason being is Gorillas made a change, and Spart is out of their lineup. I'm just going to go to flex, sorry. Spart is out of their lineup, and Saints is going to be in. Depending on what Saints' price is, I'm probably going to pick up Saints no matter what. Just history speaking, the man just, no matter what, has a positive KD, and that's what you want. I believe Gorillas with Saints in versus Spark can take at least one map off of Toronto and go a game 4, which is what you want. You just want the game 4. They go game 5, great, but you just want that game 4. Either way, looking at it, the Gorillas Toronto. Toronto also has a change in. Classic is not going to be in. I believe it's Clean X is his name. Is going to be switching in. I guess there's some personal stuff going on with Classic. And, for his price and what Toronto's done, it'd be nice to have Classic, but he will not be there. So, for me, seeing Toronto just went through so many roster changes and all that stuff. I'm fine with playing a couple players on Toronto. If I'm going to target one player, though, it's Methods. Like, hands down, Methods. Toronto has kept Methods. Like, I believe he's the only player, him and maybe him in Classic. I think everyone else has kind of get switched in and out. So Methods is going to be the only one standing, but the way Toronto has set up their roster, though, no matter who's filled in, Methods can just hold down his AR, and that's what you want to do. They might not win, but Methods is going to go off for 9,200. We can look at everybody's price. Methods is 6th highest. That's really good. Surprising to me that Simp is as low as he is, but we'll get to that. So yeah, Methods is probably the only one that I feel confident playing in cash. You could target a different player from Toronto, but you haven't seen as much from Toronto as you'd like to. Gorillas, they've all honestly been playing decent. They're not anywhere near where they need to be competitive in the league, but they're getting there. Aqua is definitely a player that you like to target because he just does whatever the team needs him to do to win. Blast is their AR, so if you're going to target the AR for that team, you're going to go after Blast. Doesn't always, you can see his kills, his fantasy points, doesn't always get up there, but he is the AR. Just not too confident with the Gorillas as far as getting me fantasy points, though. But yeah, you could throw Decimate in there. It's worth throwing him in there. He's a really good sub right now. He's just improving as the game goes on that I could see. So he's a player I would go after. Vivid, not as much. He's really up and it's just all over the place for me to play in cash. Now we can go look at the Atlanta and Seattle, and man, this is going to be interesting. So between this event and last event, Seattle has had a couple of changes. They threw Enable in there for one map, and then they took him out, and he's not going back in. With that being said, Karma also retired, so Karma will not be there in the roster is going to be Octane, Apathy, Slack, Pander, and GodRx. We have yet to see GodRx play, so I just see Atlanta 3-0ing them. I honestly do, which is why you see their prices down, in my opinion, is because it's such a high favor for Atlanta right now. You could still target these guys. Simp is the only player that I would target against Seattle. Last time they played Seattle, they did go game 4 and Simp went off. I believe that's when he broke his kill record. So Cellulum is easily there. He's just really, really good. Overall, just the whole team is good. Okay, that's why it's going to be a 3-0. You could target somebody and hope and pray Seattle takes the map off of Atlanta, but they're not going to. We've got our X being in like 2 big changes going on. Octane switched from AR to a sub, and for a few days, there's just so much going on with Seattle. I just don't like that matchup at all. I really don't. So I'm probably going to stay away from that in cash. Maybe get somebody in there in GPP, but I doubt it. Chicago and Florida. Now, this is interesting because Florida has 2 players over 10,000. I don't like it. I just don't. They did pick up Quakening. He is in for GodRx right now. I don't know what the roster is going to officially be for Florida. There's been quite a few rumors going on. But for their prices and the way they've been playing against Chicago, Chicago's going to win this series. And I think it is going to go to game 4. So I do like Chicago here. More importantly, I like Formal and RCDs in this series. Envoy just for Search, I really like him there. But Formal just continues to play well. He always does that every year. He may be good at the beginning of the game, he may not, but you can guarantee by the end of the game, you're going to have the best version of Formal possible. So I believe Florida can take a game off of Chicago easy. It could easily upset Chicago. I don't think they are on this. And it could go to game 5. But Formal is definitely the player I'm going to target. If I'm going to target somebody off of Florida, it's either going to be Pharaoh or Skies. If GodRx is back in the lineup, I would go back after him. I guess he's been playing really good with the new servers that they have, so we'll have to see. And then the last game of the night is Minnesota and Dallas, and I still think Dallas is going to take this. GodRx is on Minnesota. I had no idea what I was talking about there. Jesus. Yeah, I don't know where my head was at with that. Anyway, Dallas is going to win this game. Minnesota's just playing really, really shaky here. I don't know who I was thinking of Florida. Of who they took off. But man, that's going to blow my mind. I'm going to look it up after this because I don't know where my head was at, and I apologize for that. But anyway, it is Minnesota, Dallas. Dallas is going to win this series, in my opinion, quite easily. They just online look really, really, really good. And that's Shotzi, like 9,800. He's 9,800 for a reason. Dallas has 3 players more expensive than 1 Minnesota player. And the 1 Minnesota player that I would like to target is going to be GodRx. He's just been consistently saying on Twitter, Reddit, Twitter more than Reddit, that is, but that he enjoys these servers and feels a lot better for him. And I believe, in my opinion, Minnesota is going to improve. They have to, otherwise otherwise they do have to have a roster change at this point, because they used to be a top 4 team between Chicago, Minnesota, Dallas, and Atlanta. Minnesota was number 4, and they are just slowly dropping off. So they need to have a really good weekend this weekend. And if they don't, a roster change has to happen. It just does. But yeah, you could target. I would go after Clayster, Hugh, and Shotzi, the 3 most expensive players on Dallas for cash, that is. Illy is easily somebody you could throw in there, but those 3 players, Hugh is just really finding his form right now. Clayster just holds down an AR and just does his thing. But Shotzi online is just something else. Assault is the most confident player I feel of playing in Minnesota. GodRx, I'm going to take chances on him this weekend just because of how good he was on land at the start of this game. I think he's just struggled online. I don't know what it is, what kind of barrier he's going through, but I'm going to have to take chances on him. So we'll go and we're going to throw a line in really quick. Granted, like I said, the rosters aren't all there, so I really hope they change that tonight so I don't have to do it tomorrow and worry about that tomorrow. So we'll go and look. We'll go top to bottom and just see. So I said GodRx is somebody that I really want to target. Go look, man. It is just a lot of players up top that I want to get to. I think we're going to easily take methods. We have to take Shotzi. We'll get our team out of the way. That'll help us. Atlanta, clear cut favorite. They just are clear cut. And then we'll see what we could do with Simp in. We got 7,800. We could easily get Arcides, Blast, Major Maniac, Scump. There's a lot of names. But for the sake, I am just gonna throw Arcides in there. I like it. Hit 7,800. We do, and like I said, just a suggested lineup. The only reason I would take Simp is just because even if they 3-0 Seattle, which I think they are, Seattle's subs are just not where they need to be, and Simp is the sub, and he's just gonna wreak havoc on them. So yeah, that's just a suggested lineup, guys. I would look on Twitter, follow Charlie Intel. They drop a lot of the information for the CDL that the CDL won't even drop. You could follow all the teams' Twitters too, because they do post roster changes, but Charlie Intel is going to figure out and release it probably faster than the teams are. So look at that, and we'll see what rosters are tomorrow. There's a couple of changes. Like I said, regardless of his price, I don't think Saints is going to be high priced. I would target Saints a lot. Just always a consistent player, somebody that's going to step up for the Gorillas in Toronto. Doesn't have the strongest sub, so yeah, that's suggested lineup. Hope this helps, guys. If there's anyone that I missed that you guys think is really going to go off this weekend, or somebody that I'm targeting that you guys don't like, just leave in the comments. Let's have a conversation about it and talk about why we each feel that way. I know you guys have been showing a lot of support on the Call of Duty videos, and I'm just trying to find a good schedule to get all these videos out and keep the content coming out for Call of Duty. It's hard to do anything else right now due to my work schedule, but Call of Duty is an easy one that I can get to. So thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next video.